In this lesson, we're going to look at calculating best buys. Now, it's important to be able to compare offers to find out which one's the best. I'll give you an example of this before we come back to this idea here. Lots of supermarkets offer different deals, buy one get one free, half price, better than half price. And I'll just actually go to the Tesco website at the moment, and you can see special offers here. Buy one get one free. There's multi-buys, half price, only £1, top offers, save a third. There's loads of different things that you don't know if you're getting a good deal or not. You think you are, but it's sometimes better to look around and make sure you shop in different shops as well and compare the offers to each other. And the easiest way to do that is to find the cost of one item if it's a multi-buy. So find the cost of one item, or find the cost of a certain amount of items. Say it's, I don't know, shampoo or washing up liquid. Sometimes it may be better to compare per milliliter or per kilogram or per gram. Now, I've seen supermarkets make it hard for you to do this. Some sell per bag. If it's bananas, 8 bananas, they tell you the bag price, and then single bananas will tell you per kilogram. They try and mix it up so you don't actually know if you're getting a good deal or not. So it's things to look out for here when you're really shopping. But let's go to some ideas here. So if when running a home, most people have to work to a budget. Money can be saved by finding the best buys for individual items. So tennis balls are sold in boxes of 3, 7 and 12. So you've got a 3-pack, £2.97, a 7-pack, £6.50, and a 12-pack is £10.99. Now, in general, if you're trying to find the best deal, usually the best deal is the one that sells the most. So a bigger quantity of items will be cheaper per item. However, sometimes if you buy those, you end up with extra ones you don't need, and that's not effective either. But if you're trying to get per item the best deal, it's usually the one with the most. Now, how would you calculate the cost of each item? Well, in the first box is 3 tennis balls at £2.97. So if you do £2.97 divided by 3, and if you do that down below, find the cost of one ball. So £2.97 divided by 3 is 99 pence. You can do it in a calculator. You could tell you divide some, either way. Next one, a box of 7 costs £6.50. So we split £6.50 into 7, and you'll get the cost per ball. So £6.50 divided by 7 is 93 pence. It's getting cheaper. And the last one, £10.99. Well, you have to divide that by 12. And if you divide that by 12, you get 92 pence. You clearly see the 12 box of 12 is the cheapest. So that's how to work it out per item. Now, sometimes, I was talking about shampoo before, you get shampoo in different sizes, obviously. We're trying to compare a 500 milliliter bottle to a 700 milliliter bottle and see which is the cheapest. Now, you can't, there's just one item of each here, so you can't say I'll divide by the number of items. But what you can do is find out the price per set number of milliliters or set number of grams. Now, I think it's always easiest to work with 100 milliliters or 100 grams, but you don't need to work with that. In the examples I'm going to give, that's the way I'm going to do it. And I think even in the book, sometimes they talk about 50. It's up to you if you want to use 50. I tend to use 100. So the small one costs £2.65 for 500 milliliters. I'm going to work out what that is for 100. So you've got to divide this number here by 100 to think what you're dividing by. So I'm going to divide by 5, aren't I? So divide this number by 5. So find the cost of 100 milliliters. So 2.65 divided by 5 to get 100 milliliters for this one. And that's 53 pence. So then I can do the same for this one here. I've got £3.64 for 700 milliliters. So I need to divide by 7. Divide that number there by 100 if you're trying to work that out. So £3.64 divided by 7, that comes to 52. So there's not really much in it, but that's definitely the best deal. The large one saves you 1 pence per 100 milliliters. Okay, slightly more complicated examples, not too different, but a wee bit. So we've got 2 bottles of cola are priced as below. One costs £1.20 for 700 millilitres and the other's £2.10 for 1.5 litres. Now, there's different units going on here. What I would straight away do is I would convert them into millilitres, or certainly the bottom. Now there's 1,000 millilitres in a litre, so that's really just 1.5 litres is just 1,500 millilitres. So I'll kind of write that down there. I'll just make it a wee bit bigger here, so it works. Right, so we now know that that's that. So this one, I'm going to work it out per 100 millilitres, so I'll divide that one by 7. So divide that by 7, you get 0.17. And I'm going to divide this one by 15, because there's 15 times 100 makes 1,500. So you could get into a mess here if you didn't change that into millilitres. So dividing that one by 15 costs 0.14. So there's your better deal. 14 pence per 100 millilitres, so the 1.5 litre bottle is better. Okay, last one. So crisps come in 2 sizes. The small bag costs 99 pence for 450 grams. The large one costs £1.30 for 650 grams. Which is the better deal? Now there's an argument here to go in 50s. You could find out what 50 grams is for each, but I'm going to stick with 100. Now to see how to get that to 100 grams, just divide this number here by 100 and it will come out to be 4.5 if you divide that number by 100. So we'll do 0.99 divided by 4.5 and that comes out as 22 pence per 100. Just do the same thing here, get that to 100 grams, so you divide that by 100 and that will get you 6.5. So £1.30 divided 6.5 is 20 pence per 100 grams. Okay, that one's cheaper. So the better deal's the large one, saving 2 pence per 100 grams. Again, you could have used 50 here. If you were trying to get 50 in this one, to divide, what you divide by 9, wouldn't you, to get 50 grams? So divide that by 9. And to get 50 grams here, well, it would be 5 times 13. So you divide by 13, and that would get you the 50 grams.